we evolve, because it's what we can do. It's what we should do. Today, tomorrow, forever.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jordan Killebrew, and I'm a gaucho. Yeah, all right. We got some people that know what that is. For those that don't know, it's the mascot of UC Santa Barbara, but it's also something so much more to me. So in order to talk about UCSB, I have to talk about Isla Vista. Isla Vista is right next door to UC Santa Barbara, and it's a vibrant and rambunctious community full of UCSB students, SBCC students, families, and businesses. As you can see, it's right next door. So when we talk about the academic year of 2013 and 2014, Isla Vista was a little bit more rambunctious than normal. We saw spikes in lots of crime, sexual assaults, and theft. That year also made national news with a riot that happened right on Del Playa. It was really sad. So as we thought, we're waiting for the summer to come and the academic year to end, nothing else could happen. But then May 23, 2014 happened. That night, I received calls from my residents. I was a resident assistant for a long time at UCSB and still had connections with residents that lived in Isla Vista. And they called and they said, Jordan, something's not right in this community. I told them, please come down to my house in Santa Barbara. Please, just come stay with me. I want you to be safe. And so we looked that night on the internet for any type of news of what's going on in our community. And that morning, we found out and we learned about Elliot Rodger. This young man had written a manifesto, one that was really dark. And when I read it, I really understood that this young man had rejected any semblance of community. It broke my heart. And so, in his anger, he had injured quite a bit of people this night, killed his 3 roommates, 2 young sorority women, and an innocent bystander that was just trying to eat dinner. The response that I got was overwhelming. I received calls from gauchos near and far who were just like, Jordan, how could this happen? Not our community. And when I talk about this special community of being a gaucho, every conversation that I had with my fellow gauchos ended with, please be safe. I love you. I was overwhelmed with so much emotion, feeling helpless, and just needing to do something. And so I felt compelled, and I created Project Ivy Love, Isla Vista. At the time, I worked at a business that sold websites, and so they had given me a website and said, we love your cause. And what was that cause? To create some type of artwork or symbol for this community in Isla Vista and UCSB to never let this happen again. So I started selling t-shirts with Gaucho Strong on it and created a nice little logo for Ivy Love and sold t-shirts with that as well. This organization also gave me money to print flyers, and I went door to door to businesses in Isla Vista and said, please help me with my cause. I got a call from Isla Vista Woodstocks, and they said, we want to help you. I was like, all right, let's do it. They had planned a day and reached out to Deckers and Appfolio and local businesses in Goleta and said, let's have pizza parties for this cause. We raised $7,000 that day. And really, that turned my cause into a community cause. I then received a call from Katya Armistead. I laugh because we're close now after this whole situation. And she said, Jordan, what are you doing? What are you trying to do? And I explained to her just exactly what I wanted to do, help our community heal. And so she quickly connected me with Rodney Gold of Isla Vista Park and Rec. He's right here on the far left. And he was like, Jordan, I have an idea. I have this undeveloped land right south of People's Park in Isla Vista, right in the center. Let's make a garden. Let's do it. So we got to work. We started digging up land, making a pathway. We had boulders delivered, because you can get boulders delivered, and set up cones and really got to work. Isla Vista Woodstocks continue to help us fundraise, and we continue to just build momentum for our cause. Local nurseries heard about what we were doing, and they said, please, we have native plants that we want to help with this. As the next academic year started, Isla Vista Open Lab was a class that my old art professor, Kim Yasuda, was teaching. Students had heard, hey, I heard that you want to create some type of benches for the victims. And so we had connected with the parents of the victims and asked them for just a quick synopsis of who their student, their child was. So we worked with students, you can see me there working with the class, and we used reclaimed wood on the western edge of Isla Vista to create the tops of the benches, and then a sleek steel design to create the bottom. Right here we have Veronica Weiss. She was a water polo player, and as you can see, we included her initials right in there. Chris Michael Martinez was all about Zen and tranquility, so we did our best to honor him with a nice little Zen garden. James Hong was an engineer and loved, tinkering with motherboards and stuff like that, so we created this design for him. Katie Cooper loved hummingbirds and butterflies and being in nature, and we did our best to honor her. George Chen loved to volunteer and loved math, so we tried to put as many math equations on there for him as possible. And David Wang, this is actually the bench that I got to design. He loved basketball, as I do. And so as you can see, the little bumps make up the shape of a basketball. We then said, we need the community to own this. So we asked the community to come out for mini planting days, community planting days. And we took those native plants and we taught people how to take care and tend this garden. And within a year, we created Isla Vista Love and Remembrance Garden and dedicated to them on May 16th, 2015. It took our community to come together. It was a sad thing that happened, but we all rallied together to raise $50,000 in our inaugural year. And the Isla Vista Love and Remembrance Garden stands today in IV. And I just want to say to you, my name is Jordan Killebrew. I'm a gaucho. That's one part of my community. What is yours?